Tonight, 3 true motel horror stories. The last story is the most disturbing. Let's begin.
I was driving across Arizona and stopped at a small roadside motel around midnight. The place looked old, but I was exhausted. The clerk handed me my key and quietly said, "If anyone knocks tonight, don't answer." I laughed. I thought he was joking. Around 2 a.m., someone knocked. 3 slow knocks. I checked the peephole. Nobody was there. 10 minutes later, it happened again. This time I opened the door. The hallway was empty, but across from my room, Room 14's door was slowly closing. The next morning I asked the clerk about it. He went silent. Then he said, "Room 14 has been locked for years." And that's when I noticed there was no Room 14 key hanging behind the desk. That story was unsettling, but the next one gets worse. I was staying at a cheap motel in Nevada. Around midnight, I heard arguing next door. A man and a woman. It went on for hours. Eventually it stopped. The next morning, I mentioned it to the receptionist. She looked confused. Then she told me the room next to mine had been vacant all week. I assumed she was mistaken. That night, I heard the same voices again. This time, I put my ear against the wall. The voices stopped immediately. Then a voice whispered, "He can hear us." I checked out before sunrise. The final story happened to a night shift worker, and it's the creepiest one. My cousin worked the night shift at a small motel. Part of his job was monitoring the security cameras. One night, he noticed a man standing outside room 8. The man wasn't moving. For nearly an hour. The guest eventually opened the door. The camera briefly glitched. When the image returned, the man was gone. The guest never came back out. Concerned, my cousin reviewed the footage, frame by frame. The man had never appeared on any other camera. Not entering, not leaving, only standing outside room 8. The room was empty when police arrived. The guest's belongings were still inside, but the guest was gone. To this day, nobody knows what happened.